Kani kadai ka Batisi TV, bat pidang pet ya ka kubor baman kasni, belawan rashapi da ka umrupa, ringkat bat ka orange Nissan, lom sopo near Fire Brigade Ground, Shillong.
New Nissan Kicks. Bookings open now.
Hakum kini kisngi kia, kiba kijingsha thambor ki kentai hari jongi ki jilai. Hado bakala pensyong seir ya kiba bon ban mi pertai, kamtam marway, kawai ka kentai kalapan I nuksa dakumway. Kani kadai ke Sangeeta Sridhar, kabadai ke non-resident Indian namar kala imlasa ha Abu Dhabi, kawai na kiri jong ka United Arab Emirates. Ke Sangeeta kala shim ya kani ke senjam, kum shimenta jong ka Clean India Trail, ban penpriang ya ke jingle khoj, lengba ka Swachh Bharat Mission, ban sakhi daladi ya ke jing pentrekam ya kani ke mission, ban penurlong ya ke jing trang jong ukpa jong kari o Mahatma Gandhi, nabanta kari ke bakhoj bat ke basyong shngan. Kajing ya lenti jong ka Sangeeta kalong ban leirung haman lagi shnong bat nongba jong barok ki jela kari bat hadu baka poisa ki jela Meghalaya kaladapnya 1000 kilometer tam. Ka Sangeeta ka im ka saru hagane ka kali kabam tang bante ekpo bat kam jupunun kam ya ki tiar plastic.
Namaste. I'm just another Indian lady with probably a bigger dream. A dream for my nation to be branded safe and clean enough for a solo woman's journey in terms of Incredible India visits. So putting all these three into one plot, a drive, a woman, a solo, and my Incredible India, almost a year and a half back, planned for a journey of this kind and discussed with our ambassador. By then I was residing abroad in Abu Dhabi. So we said, okay, a journey, everybody makes it. What makes it a Gandhian journey? So in terms of Gandhi, what if he was alive, he wanted to travel, what would it be like? So that kind of a journey just actually told me, yes, this is going to be a different journey, not just in terms of staying in hotels and eating 3 meals and taking selfies at exotic spots. No, this is about my people, my brothers and my sisters with whose trust I'm going to go alone out into the country, driving my own vehicle. So that's when Make in India support came from a legendary brand Tata. They were celebrating Tata 150 year. So the drive is facilitated by a Tata Hexa car. It's a huge vehicle, it's a beautiful vehicle, it's a very spacious vehicle. Since the whole journey is single, what is the point of having seats? So I converted this softly into a livable space. I removed the 4 seats, made space to store things, and on top of it was a plain plank, which is nothing but a cot. I had to prepare for cold weather, I had to prepare for hot weather and monsoons. So 3 seasons. So what I did for the cold weather is warm wear like this, thermals and sleeping blankets. So preparation for summer, I said, okay, why not this be a green journey? Okay, green journey is obviously no papers, which means no visiting cards, because I'm not a person of any great designation at that point in time because I had resigned my job. So no visiting cards, no use of plastics, no mineral water bottles. But for my energy requirements, I needed to charge my devices, LED lights, fan, and my laptop. Calculating the requirement, it was about 300 watts. So on the top of my vehicle, in the garage, apart from the cupboard, we put in a solar panel and took the wiring inside. So my energy became green energy. Then again, every time I'm challenged, okay, how will your journey be? I said, what would it be if it was Gandhi's journey? Okay, no water bottles, so mineral water bottles. Okay, water bottle, le lo, refill. Okay, no packaging. Okay, aluminium dabba. So everything was very bare necessities to the simple levels. But the challenge actually came, what are you going to see in India? So if I ask, what do you see in Meghalaya? They'll say, okay, Shillong, beautiful place. But that's not my priority. Shillong is already the capital. But the beauty of Meghalaya is in the geography. You have valleys, mountains, road bridges, heritage sites such as the one which we are seeing here as menhirs and dolmens, we call them actually in terms of warrior memorial sites. So I just made a list out of it. Then I know that after 5-6 iteration, I still can't be perfect because I don't belong here. So what I do is I find someone like you and send you a small list via email or WhatsApp or any of the social media and say, since you are living there, could you please check if I have not missed anything? Back and forth, every state it came, and finally 150 cities for Gandhi 150 became 310 cities. This includes every place touched by Gandhi's life, from his place in Porbandar to Dandi March to the Satyagraha to the Champaran to all the places where he had travelled. And at that time India did not have borders like what we have now. We had the Akhand Bharat. So Myanmar, everything was into ours, Bangladesh. If I'm talking about very pre-independence period. So I said, okay, why don't I include the borders? So 22 international borders I have touched, some of them self-driving in my vehicle for the first time. So my idea was to measure the length and the breadth of India, where I've done about 30,500 kilometers until now. So very Anokhi experience is Sir Creek is the westernmost point. Kaho is the last village on the easternmost point. I've gone straight even beyond Kaho village, which is closer to Dichu, and I've stayed in Sir Creek with my vehicle there, which I don't think any civilian has done.
Kapang kaba arjong gane galong game galong ban penslor yaki kintai bakin let shakishnong gitao ban penshai bat kuntui ki pait nong shakshnong ban lek hoj lengba ka clean India audit bat hagaju kapor ban nang yai pinyar ya gane na kapor shakapor.
From my journey, what else can be a benefit? So I told you I modified my car to hold everything except a toilet. That was the niche because my main target is to collect data. Do I have enough toilets on my route to use? Very simple equation. But in order to collect the data, I need to be systematic. So I used Asian Public Toilet Audit Standards, adopted it to Indian conditions because the Western conditions won't fit here. They would expect a hook and a hanger and a hat hanging hook and all that. That doesn't apply. All I need is a cubicle, private, door closable, lights, ventilation, waste management system and taps. So 50 questions were framed, converting this into a mobile app. That again a private startup Indian company helped me by name Easy Roads. So Tata is my automobile partner. Easy Roads is my mobile app partner. We converted this into an app. So if I stand here and use a toilet out here, the GPS of the toilet will be automatically picked. So I can't use some other toilet and audit another toilet. So I had to be true to myself as well, adding pictures, adding the data and my observations. So I got the toilet audit done, at least one per day. Sometimes it is often more. So much of the data is sitting in the cloud. In that needs to be sanitized and prepared a report. My main purpose is to give this report to the UN against the Sustainable Development Goal number 6, India's progress. As an independent audit, this will add value to our country's efforts that are making using the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Secondly, the fact that I'm driving alone is a sense of empowerment, the freedom, responsibility and the focus and the skill. But can I propagate this to the other generation? So towards this, I speak at schools, colleges, NGOs and women, encourage them to travel, encourage them to drive, encourage them to undertake journeys of a purpose, so that when you are exposed, then your mind opens up. You're able to understand what is your true potential, passion, and then you have a goal to work towards. You can always go back home and start working on it. So I pass on that message of women empowerment. And thirdly, I use only Make in India products, although I am from abroad, because that's a common question. She'll bring everything from there and use and say it is made in India. No, it is a Desi journey. From the nuts that I eat to the fruits and the dry fruits, everything is Indian. So I don't need to go and get it from California or elsewhere. I have wonderful dried ginger from our nearby Mizoram, the special ginger from the forests. I have turmeric slices from here in Meghalaya, very forest turmeric, I think it is called, wild ones. Then I have some special dried apples from Nagaland. I could find so much in our own country. The walnut season in Kashmir, my vehicle was full of Sofian apples and walnuts. So my journey has been the journey of the fertility of India, the sustainability of her in terms of Dutch products. My next partner is Map My India, whose app I use to navigate around. But most importantly, my mind and my family's mind need to be at peace. They can't keep asking, where are you? And if I'm missing for more than 24 hours, somebody needs to track me down. So I have a technology set up in my vehicle by which my family tracks me using a mobile app. And the same mobile app will also be an audit trail for the journey. What speed I took, where I took turn. My entire trail for the day comes out as a small animation at the end of the day. It also tells me where I accelerated, what was my speed. Everything is technically recorded, no manual intervention. So I have nothing else to do but to drive and to connect with people. It is about me actually connecting with every community of India. And today I come from a family, there are no siblings, but today I can say I have a brother and sister in every state in India. And that I don't know how many of you people really can say it, and they will vouch for me. And I used to say that every time, madam, आप अकेला, आप डर नहीं है? I said, डर से भी थोड़ा ज़्यादा मेरा मिशन का फोकस है. It's not that I'm not afraid, but my mission is much more stronger than my fears. So I'm more motivated to mission. And दूसरी सवाल, आपको कुछ नहीं होगा मैडम, हम हैं ना. So everybody is just standing up to support me, secure me, guide me, feed me. There are ladies who wake up at 5 o'clock because I leave at 6:37. They wake up at 5 o'clock and make a lunch box for me and a breakfast for me and chai for me and wait. And who are these sisters? And what am I going to give back to them? This is just amazing. So this word we say, Atithi Devo Bhava, the experience, I've got it. All brothers, Indians are my brothers and sisters. We used to sing in school. Now I know what exactly those words mean because it is at soul level connect. There are places where I can't even communicate. For example, in Assam, there is a 62 years old lady. She can't speak Hindi or English and I can't speak Assamese. But we have such a bondage that when I left from her place, she went and picked up baingan, lemon, whatever was in her garden and put it into mine. I said, मुझे किचन नहीं है दीदी, ये पका नहीं सकती हो, मैं लेमन ले लूँगा, आप बाकी सब रख लीजिए. You know, we don't need languages. The same thing happened somewhere inside Meghalaya in one of the villages. Betel nuts. Yeah. So she had all those orange ones and I was wanting the betel nut. So I said, this, break, open and eat. He said, okay. She didn't do anything. She just took a knife, cut it open and gave me that nut. So language is no barrier because it is just one India.
Kasangita Sridhar kadang dap san post nem karta, bat khnang ba ukhon bat ukurim jongka, kinom khuslai shapang jongka, kala pendaj hapo kali, daga GPS, bat ka korban record, khnang bakin tip bat bot dien yaka, haman la ka klip mat. Ha Abu Dhabi ka traikum ka e-government consultant jongki kam technology, bat kala yok pediang yaka khusnam Digital Literacy Award. Hapo jela jongi kasangita kala lumjing tip bat shim nuksaru shapang udoyong umaushun bat usiap ki marpo khndo ki bakaong ki dei kaspa ba ki ba ka mariang kala kurku ya ki trai muluk hangni.
We always use the word incredible India. I would use the word irresistible Northeast because we use a blanket word called Northeast, but Northeast is like a very precious place with so many special characteristics. I cannot compare Arunachal to Meghalaya to Tripura to Assam. Each one is beautiful in its own way. That's the most common question I get. So coming to Meghalaya, I said if there is one place I want to bring my family, it will be Meghalaya. There are a few specific reasons. Whenever we come for a travel, we come to a hill station, we know what to expect. Narrow lanes, mountains, trees and greenery, that's it. But suddenly after a day or two, I'm bored. I might want a river, I might want a flatland. But Meghalaya has everything that I want. So when you go to Daki, you can see the plains that I came from, the Jowai route. And then suddenly I have a river canoeing. I have zip lines running across mountains there. I can tent beside the Umdong river for the night. And in the morning, rent my own boat and just go rowing into the river. And by narrowly, you can even peep into Bangladesh and come. I don't know how many of you people can boast about such a beautiful location. Okay, done. I cross from the Jaintia hills to another hills by crossing a beautiful bridge of the British era. I'm just looking at all those revetments and like a child excitement, I'm driving into the Khasi Hills area. So Khasi Hills again, East Hill, East Khasi, West Khasi. And all these lorries were loaded with some stones and something black. My curiosity heightened. Yedhar kya hai? Like, itne sari gaadi mein la rahe. So I just go and start looking. The story of it comes. Meghalaya is like the Khazana in terms of mineral wealth for India. Every mountain is of some value, either it is in a limestone or it is a sandstone or your coal mines. But I just don't want it to be exploited at the rate that is happening because it's very precious. And then comes the very exposure to your root bridges because I haven't seen your ancestors. And I know that there is only one type of rugbar fig tree where the roots come from the stem, not from the bottom. And they have tamed the roots over so many years to make bridges which they need to cross the small streams and rivers. And I don't think anybody who planted the tree or shaped the bridge is alive to walk through the bridge. So it tells you the story of the wisdom of your ancestors, how they had adapted nature and adapted living with nature. Then I move along to a village called the Maflong. It's a very modern village with accommodating beautiful English, speaking with international tourists. And that is the cleanest village of India, which was mentioned online. So I visited that village. Then from then I said there is a sacred call, that there's a sacred groove out here where you believe that the souls come back to bless you. We go and surrender and seek their blessings. I was there. In between I saw the Garden of Caves. On my way to Cherrapunji, and of course the Cherrapunji, the deep canyons, the waterfalls, and more locations inside Cherrapunji. Then your very similar to the Stonehenge but much more impressive was your menhirs and dolmens at Narsiang, with an Indian temple, Devi temple out there. So within 2 days, I think I got a strata of the culture. Then I shopped this Khasi dress, very, very modest from among all the dresses I've seen in the Northeast. It is so diplomatic, and I loved the contrast of the beads. So today morning I went to your Police Bazaar, did a little shopping and talking. I tasted a little bit of your local stuff that you eat, including the dried coconut, which is a beautiful healthy stuff that you have. And I was able to taste your sticky rice, which is packed in bamboo leaves. I was looking for actually bamboo rice, I couldn't get it. So whatever was available in terms of vegetarian cuisine, I've tasted. Then the museums, we have 2 museums in fact of 2 different kinds to visit. Then the bamboo crafts, I shopped from bamboo jewelry, I should say. I mean literally jewelry this small, but made with very fine bamboo and beautiful crafts. So I feel it's a land of blessed people with skill and a deep soul.